Rich, I know what you're thinking. Can the Xbox Series X fix broken games?
No.
Do you want the answer? Do you want the answer?
Go on, please.
The answer is yeah and no.
Okay.
Look, if you got a game that's buggy as shit, it's not going to fix that. But if you got a game like Anthem, whose frame rate was awful, as you can see here when our lower thirds move, on the One S and the One X, even the One X, the frame rate wasn't great. But now it's on the Series X, it is rock solid. Like rock solid. Yeah. Actually, a bit of a spoiler for the entire video of this. I don't think it drops a frame the entire time I've been using it.
Well, you'd kind of hope so, right?
Yeah, true, of course. But, I mean, usually if a game's broken, it doesn't really matter what the architecture is, what you're using in terms of, like, console and what's kind of power in it. Usually it's the game's fault. But I feel like this has made all the broken games from last gen. When I say broken, I don't mean, like, buggy, like, oh, no, I fell through the map. It's not going to fix that.
Yeah, sure.
But
I love falling through the map.
Yeah, you're a big fan of that.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite things.
But like, as you can see, like looking at the graph, like this is Anthem, which was unplayable on the One S. Like, look at that, 25 frames, like that it was running at then. Yeah. Like it's now, and then that's not good enough. No. You're losing like 20%. Well, no, maybe not 20%, but like 15% of your frames you're losing. Yeah, like, and all the screen tearing as well, which is what the lines are. Even the One X drops frames here and there. It's not rock solid, but the Series X, rock solid.
Oh, Control, notoriously.
Control
choppy.
had issues.
Yeah,
as you can see, the S already dropping frames all over the place. The X kind of stable. Series X, rock solid.
Nice.
So you don't need to buy that super expensive version that 505 want to charge you for.
Oh, the Ultimate Edition.
No free upgrade, like, because apparently it doesn't work.
Which is nonsense, right?
Just play this. Do this. On the Series X, rock solid. Again, doesn't drop a frame. Well, maybe it did drop a frame. I wasn't paying attention, but it's. Do you know what I mean? It's like one in probably a million. Yeah. But look at the One S now; it's struggling. Look at that. It drops down to nearly 20. Oof. Yeah, it's not good. So if you're going from One S to Series X, you're in for a hell of a treat. Yeah. If you're going from One X, and I was saying this to Matt in the last video, the One X, like, the more I see and do this kind of comparison stuff, especially between these two consoles, like, the more I realise how good that console was, the One X. Yeah, for sure. But like, a big fan of the Series X so far and what it does for the old games. New games, it's hard to tell just yet. But it's taken an not unplayable, but fairly broken game on the One S and made it smooth as you like, Rich.
Broken seems a bit harsh when it comes to Control, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, because it was only in the intense moments, right?
Yeah,
like
it struggled.
Right, Rich, this is a weird one that I put in. Do you remember Homefront: The Revolution?
I do. Yeah, I remember playing loads of it and then the game wiping my progress. So
it was because it was so broken that they had to repatch it, right? Yeah. Well, like, they must have repatched it so much that none of the versions drop a frame now. Wow. So I missed that. Like, I know they patched it, but they actually made it playable.
I think the problem was that it was kind of too little too late, wasn't it? And it had just fallen by the wayside already, unfortunately. That's a shame. But here you go. Homefront's playable now.
Yeah. So the Series X does nothing to it, but I wanted to keep it in just because I was like baffled by it. I expected it to be frames dropping all over the place on the One S and the One X, but no.
If only.
It's fixed, weirdly.
If only it had been like that at launch, eh?
Yeah,
different story.
It wasn't a bad game, actually, was it?
No, it wasn't terrible.
Speaking of dodgy frame rates, Rich, straight in, the One S already dropping a load of frames. Yeah. Oh, actually, in a minute, the Series X will drop frames. Really? Because I dropped down a hole and the screen just goes black. So technically, according to the video monitoring stuff, like now, look, it's going to...
Oh,
that's
damn.
not frames dropped.
That was a misjudgment.
It was a black screen, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the 1S version of this was woeful. 1X was solid for the most part, I remember, right?
Yeah.
Because I played it on the 1X.
Me too.
But it still wasn't perfect. Series X, spot on. It's like didn't drop a frame, except for when you fall down a big hole. But technically that's not dropping a frame.
And you shouldn't do that.
No, you definitely shouldn't do that. So yeah, like Jedi Fallen Order is now a joy to play on the Series X.
You fell down again. You don't like that gap, do you?
I tell you what, like that. I don't think that gap is meant to be double jumped.
No.
I think like you're meant to go around the other way.
Yeah.
But I was like, I haven't got time for that. So I do 3-minute captures. Usually cut the minute off at the beginning and the minute off in the end.
Well, it's possible. It's possible as well. So
Well.
You made the jump a couple of times, yeah.
Yeah, all right, Rich, all right, settle down. All right, stop judging me.
Sorry, just saying.
But look at the frame rates, Rich.
Yeah.
It's the Series X has fixed it.
Yeah.
The dodgy frame rates.
What a good game.
It was a great game, wasn't it?
Yeah, very good.
I played it on the 1X, and it was fantastic. It did drop frames here and there, but imagine if you played this on the 1S, you'd be kind of disappointed, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I didn't realise that there was such a kind of discrepancy in the frame rates between X and S.
Unfortunately,
not great.
Rich. No, but not terrible because it's not all the time. It's not like this all the time. This is returning to an area, an early game area. But when you come here in the early on, it's not like this. It's just because I'm returning to the area that it's so mental. But look at that frame rate, Rich. Like 23, 24 then. 24, 25.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
That's what happens. That's what happens when a giant space toad enters the scene.
Bloody space toads, man.
Bogdo, whatever you call him.
Jesus Christ, look at that. 20 frames a second it dropped to then.
Yeah, not great.
Rich, last but by no means least, we have the Outer Worlds, which when things got mental and the frame rate got mental. And look at that. Well. The 1S is just all over the place. Even the 1X on this in the Outer Worlds drops frames.
Yeah.
Guess what the Series X does, Rich?
Nothing. Rock hard.
It doesn't drop a single frame.
Lovely.
This is where it just flickers now, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't see that.
It looks good.
Like, to answer the question that I posed at the beginning, can it fix dodgy frame rates? Yeah. I'm not saying it can fix all of them, but we picked 5 of the worst culprits from last gen, especially on the 1S, and it seems to have just smoothed them out. Which is, I honestly didn't really expect that. I didn't think anything could fix Anthem, not even BioWare.
Yeah. No.
Apparently all it takes is the Xbox Series X, which is actually really impressive because I was saying this to you the other day, BioWare's Anthem is actually a really good game. It was just broken. From a gameplay perspective.
Perspective,
The gameplay's rock solid. It's so satisfying. It's the Iron Man simulator.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rich, that's 5 of the worst culprits of the last generation. Can it kind of improve the frame rates? Yes, 100%.
Impressive, even when you're going on a mad rampage.
Yeah, you wouldn't really do this in the Groundbreaker, but mate, we did it for the video.
Lovely.
But yeah, Rich, that's it. Folks, thanks for watching again. We've got another couple of videos. We've got loads of videos. Just subscribe to the channel, will you? Please. We'll see you next time, folks. Thanks very much. See you later. Bye.
Bye.